NBA Finals, which is obviously far more than that. Stephen A., how about the Nuggets?
Special team, special superstar Nikola Jokic, no doubt about that. When he seems to be doing nothing, he walks away with triple doubles. And they got a star in Jamal Murray, who, by the way, was anemic in the fourth quarter of this game. Had a great defensive play on LeBron at the end of the game because he had both hands on the ball. But outside of that was making mistake after mistake in the fourth quarter. But prior to that, he's been nothing short of sensational this series. I'm looking at those two guys, and when I think of championships, those two have the ingredients that it takes to deliver the trophy. Of course, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope can do his thing. Aaron Gordon was effective in this game. Michael Porter Jr. can hit some shots. Bruce Brown could come off the bench and do some things. But it starts and ends with Jokic and Murray. If they play the way they're capable of playing, Denver's going to win the championship. If they don't, they won't.
You know, the playoffs started with people outside of basketball fanatics not really knowing about a few teams. Most notably, in whatever order you want to take them, Sacramento and Denver. And people just had not watched them, not paid close attention, except if you're a basketball fanatic. And now the Denver Nuggets have stayed with this long enough, getting through the Western Conference Finals and winning, where people know. And now I think you can be looking to see what you've got from Jokic and Murray. I mean, those two guys are elite NBA players. The question is if they win a championship. And by the way, we've seen Denver in some things. We've seen the Avalanche win. We've seen the Broncos win. It's not unprecedented that Colorado, comes forward and wins a championship. The Nuggets still have a chance to sort of change a lot of perceptions about them, about the region they play in, about who should be watching them. So it's going to be fun going forward.
And the Joker established that he's no fluke and he's the best player in basketball. And everybody need to recognize he can do it all. He can post. He makes people around him better. He rebounds. He's very intelligent, learning how to feed the hot guy. Oh, Caldwell-Pope made one. Let me look for him. Michael Porter Jr., let me find him. Aaron Gordon on the cut. Let me find him. And that's what he did, because a lot of people felt he wouldn't win his third straight MVP because maybe it was voter fatigue. I could tell he took that personal. And this is a clinic of how to build around a superstar and add pieces that accentuate his weaknesses, but also highlight his greatness.
They were the best team in the West basically the entirety of the season. They were at the top of the conference from Christmas on, and now they will represent the conference in the NBA Finals beginning a week from Thursday.
Where Greeny, they will either.
First time the Nuggets ever swept the team in the playoffs in the Western Conference Final. Congratulations. Somebody mentioned this, and I couldn't agree more. Enjoy it for a night. Right? You guys have been saying it all playoffs long, all year long. Our goal was not to get to the finals. Right? We have 4 more wins. We're going to have to work extremely hard for it. Right? No matter who we play, it's about us. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's been a journey. It's been nice, to finally reach this point and to be the first team in the Nuggets history to do it. We're going to keep making history. That's the thing. We want to keep that mindset and enjoy the moment, but we got more work to do.
I remember the days when nobody was in. You could hear the bounce. The ball bounce on the floor, and then there was no fans, and we have a sellout every other night. So just for the organization, that was just for people, just for coach, for all the players that everybody doubt, and I think I'm just happy, and it means a lot for me, for the collective that we have.
Middle of December, we wound up taking over first place in the West, held on throughout, and I think the Minnesota series, the Phoenix series, and now this Western Conference Finals against the Lakers, our guys have believed along the whole journey that we've been on. But as I mentioned, our players are hungry. They're not satisfied, and they understand whether it's Miami or Boston, we have much more work to do.
After 47 seasons, the wait is over as Denver heads to their first NBA Finals in franchise history. There are now just 4 active franchises that have never made an NBA Finals. The Nuggets did it impressively, recording their first sweep in franchise history. They didn't make it easy, though. Trailing by 15 at the break on Monday, the comeback is the 3rd largest to complete a sweep in the shot clock era. And Jokic, what more can you say about him? Second player to average a triple-double in multiple playoff series in a single postseason joining Wilt Chamberlain in 1967. As for the Lakers, their season ends suddenly.
We had a great run, but, we fell short of our goal. And our goal is to win championships. That's what this franchise is about, and we fell short of that. So that's disappointing.
Obviously, we know where we started, beginning of the year, and where we got to, but that definitely wasn't, the end goal for us. Don't really do, moral victories or anything like that. We play to win championships. Obviously came up short.
Even though this is year one, and this losing sucks, I think we have an opportunity to do something special here also. And we just got to build off of this. Everything we put into turning this thing around, we got to not only sustain it, we got to take it to a higher level. And that's what this summer is going to be about.
I like to say it's a successful year because I don't play for anything besides winning championships at this point in my career. And, I don't get a kick out of making a conference appearance. I've done it a lot. And it's not fun to me to not be able to be a part of, getting to the finals. But we'll see. We'll see what happens going forward. But I don't know. I got a lot to think about, to be honest. And just for me personally, going forward with the game of basketball, I got a lot to think about.
Great to have Tim Legler with us here on SportsCenter. And Tim, before we get to this touchscreen there at Crypto.com Arena, a bit cryptic, what did you make of King James post-game?
Worst time for any athlete to be asked a question like that, right? The frustration of losing. This is a guy that only lives to play on the biggest stage and to have a chance to compete for championships. That's all that matters to LeBron James. So in the moment, he's frustrated. He's disappointed. He's going to be watching at home like a lot of people. He's going to have to watch the finals. He's going to have to watch his peers move on and have another star player compete for a championship. There's no question in my mind LeBron James is coming back, and I don't think he's going to play another game, in my opinion, anywhere else but a Lakers uniform the rest of the way. But right now, in the moment, he's deflated, he's defeated, he's tired. Let him get to the offseason a few weeks removed from the finals, and you'll see a different tone, I think, out of LeBron.
So let's look back at his last game from this season. Denver was down 4 at the half. L.A., since they moved to L.A., only lost once with a 15-point lead at the break. How did Denver come back here?
Well, because they put more pressure on you with their initial pace than any team in the NBA. And this game turned in the third quarter. Now, they made plays down the stretch. They don't have a chance to be in that position without the third quarter. This is the pace that I'm talking about, and it's unique unto them because they have so many opportunities like this where you have 5 guys for Denver below the foul line. When you're this deep, and the Lakers have 1, 2, and there's a third guy back here you can't even see in the picture. When you have that kind of balance defensively, you should not get something quick up the floor in transition. But because they're relentless in their push, everyone runs. And when you have a star player like Jokic get out and run, he's always told he's not a great athlete. Well, he certainly can run ahead in a straight line. And when he runs like this, knowing he might not get it, you've got something special going on because look at the gravitational pull that he has defensively. You're going to have all these Lakers occupying to that spot. And I want you to keep your eyes on the secondary break here. Michael Porter Jr., as they come up the floor, stop right here. Look at what Jokic did. Basically draws 4 guys back into the paint, which allows Porter to run into this 3-point shot. And you saw all along, Aaron Gordon had eyes on him. He's going to hit him for this trail 3. They take the lead right there in transition, and it's a perfect example of how the Nuggets beat you with pace. Sometimes you get something right away up the floor. Sometimes maybe just that push forces a reaction defensively that leads to something on the back end. No one does it better than the Denver Nuggets, and they do it because everybody has a selfless approach to running the floor, knowing you might not get rewarded. It's going to lead to something right behind me because of the vacuum I've created.
Denver down 15 at the half, comes all the way back to take the series 4-0. Tim Legler, thanks so much.
You got it.